and welcome! The global release of SINoALICE has just released for everyone to enjoy, and we couldn't be more excited about that. And the best part about all that is that you can play on BlueStacks. I'll show you how you can install and play SINoALICE on your computer, as well as give you several beginner's tips for those who are new on this specific gacha game. This game is definitely very different from the so many other gacha games that we are used to see in the market every day. And because of that, you won't want to miss all the tips I'm about to present. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. In order to install SINoALICE on your computer, firstly, you need to download and install the latest version of BlueStacks from our official website. Then run it and search for the game using the search bar on the home screen. Download SINoALICE by clicking on the portrait in the search results and install it like you would in any other smartphone. Once the game is installed, click its icon on the home screen and start playing. The two most important things that you need to learn in order to start playing SINoALICE is knowing how the combat and weapon system works. And here, SINoALICE is mostly different from all the gacha games that we are used to see. Typically, combat is played in real time, with players choosing from a variety of different skills available to them in order to attack the enemy. However, in contrast with the other gacha games, SINoALICE focuses more on the weapons instead of the characters, as both the skills that are available to you as well as the damage you can inflict is directly tied to your gear. So in order to understand what the skill can do, you must examine the weapons icon, as I'll highlight right now on the screen. This is the weapon type, which could be swords, spears, hammers, etc. We'll go in more details about that later. And this is the SP cost, which is the amount of SP required to cast the skill. This is the effect type, which could be physical or magical. And finally, here is the targets, and it can be single or AoE. Furthermore, by looking at the card's color, you can determine its element. Blue is strong against fire and weak to wind. Red is strong against wind and weak to water. And green is strong against water and weak to fire. There's also 8 types of weapons in this game, each with different properties, as you can see in this table right here on the screen. You can also see as well that there are also 8 different classes in SINoALICE, each one with a preferred weapon. Okay, but all this information might seem quite overwhelming at first, right? So, in the next step, I'll present you the best possible weapons you can get to start your game. So just try to remember that when it comes to creating weapon grids for specific characters, DPS classes can't equip supporter weapons and vice versa. So for that, at the very beginning, you want to have a DPS focused loadout, and then branch out for the supporter classes later, once you have more SR ranked weapons. Now, when it comes to choosing the right weapon to the class, you usually want to fill your loadout with the preferred weapon for the class in question. A good beginner tip is to reroll until you get at least 2 or 3 SR weapons from the beginning, and then focus on the class that favors your strongest weapon. And while your mileage will definitely vary depending on the weapon you get, all 8 characters are available from the very beginning and are unlocked by playing the respective historic chapters. So you will necessarily have to play the game to unlock every weapon and every class. Nevertheless, our strongest recommendation if you are just beginning is to reroll until you get a powerful and rare weapon that can also unlock new classes for any of the starting classes. So the best case scenario here would be to get 2 or even 3 SR weapons, and all of them of the same type, like swords, bows, hammers, and so on. And to have that, you will require quite a bit of luck. By progressing through the story, you unlock everything that SINoALICE has to offer. And in no time, you have access to a ton of awesome characters equipped with the best possible weapons in the game. So, if you want to try this awesome gacha game on your PC's big screen with a keyboard and mouse and have access to a ton of awesome features like the multi-instance manager, make sure to play it on BlueStacks. But anyway, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching and bye bye.